Hi everyone, my name is Karen and welcome back to my channel. I'm here with you today with a new video and it's the Nope Trope book tag. This tag has been created by Zoe's All Booked, that I'm gonna link her channel up in the cards and in the description along with her original video. We all know that we have some tropes in books that we hate. The love triangle, the chosen one, and all those. There are multiple tropes. Ones we like, ones we don't like. But in this one, in this book tag, it's a book tag about the tropes that most people don't really like. So let's dive into the tropes and the book challenge tag associated to it. First up, we have the eavesdropping or miscommunication trope. You know, this trope really bothers me because I hate it when people hear something but they don't know the whole story, and then they go tell the other characters that character B said something about character A but heard half the sentence and went directly to the other character to tell them what they said and creates a feud and problems over nothing. Well, that's one. I hate this trope and bothers me so much. For this book tag, it's name a book you heard great things about but you did not really like, or you can say hate. You ended up hating. For this tag, I chose Red Queen by Victoria Aveyard. It's not like that I hated this particular book. And not really hate, just did not really enjoy. The first book was okay. The second book, not so much. The third book, kind of better. The fourth book, no. Just this whole series in general, I just didn't really enjoy it. In the end, we got too many plot holes. The story did not finish well. I didn't really enjoy it. It had potential, but I just didn't end up liking, if you know what I mean. I'm just gonna leave at that. So yeah, for the second book trope, it's the love triangle, but as Zoe says, it's the love V, because, and that is very true, in every love triangle, it's the main character, we can say it's the main character, and two people loving that character. There's never something between the two other characters that love the third one. So yeah, you can't really consider it love triangle, but it's easier to say love triangle than love V. So for this one, it's name a series that you can choose your favorite book in. For that, I picked up I chose the Illuminae Files, and I'm just gonna hold up the first book. The Illuminae Files, it's a sci-fi by Jake Kristoff and Amy Kaufman, and for this, first off, I love how the book is written. You have dialogues, you have some space, and you have crossed out notes, messages. That's how they tell the story. It's not just typing and paragraphs and everything. And the story following the three books, technically the three books were happening at the same time. It's the same event but in multiple places. So this series, I really enjoyed it. It may have been the first sci-fi series that I read, and the concept and how it was written hooked me, and I loved it so much. And because it's not the story does not follow over the three books, does not follow the same characters, and every book has a different duo of characters. I can't really pick my favorite out of the three, even though I really like the story. I like them as it's like a whole book together, but in three parts, because it's the same event but not the same people who are living through that event. So yeah, the Illuminae Files, I don't know which one I prefer because they're all really good and you should definitely read them. For the third trope that we do not like, it's the I'm not like other girls, I didn't know I was beautiful. This one, it was like a staple in YA. It was in every single book. The main character doesn't know that she was pretty, good looking, and she said, "Oh, I didn't know that. Thank you for pointing it out, but I don't think you're right." Yeah, this one is it's annoying. I really do not like it. For this one, it's name a book that has a pretty cover but was boring as hell. For this one, I picked up the duology of Carve the Mark and The Fate Divides by Veronica Roth. I already talked about Carve the Mark, but I'm just gonna say I really like the covers. They're intriguing. Carve the Mark, well, literally, it's a carving of a mark on the book and it's leaking sparkly blood. And this one, should it represent lightning maybe? Or roots? Something like, but I really like that it's simple yet elegant. Not really elegant, but you know what I mean. But the story, as I said before, it had so much potential but did not deliver. This story wasn't really exciting. I just got it because I don't like stopping series in the middle of them. I like finishing them. I do not like DNFing because I don't want to. I push myself to do it. Even though I go through a reading slump, I do not finish a book. Even if I have to skim it, I do not finish a book. I am stubborn like that. Yes. Now, for number 4, it's all-consuming love. Name a book that gives you a book hangover. For the all-consuming love, they do not think about anything else. It's only that person or that thing that they love and they like forget everything else. Friends, we don't know them. Family, we don't know her. Enemies, even though enemies, we don't know them. It's weird. It can happen in real life. Yeah, sometimes I hate when it happens, but it can, and it's a bit bothering. But for the book hangover one, I chose The Poppy War by R.F. Kuang. The Poppy War, I talked a lot about it. Not really talked, but I mentioned it a lot on my channel. The Poppy War, it's just mind-blowing. I love it so much. It's a really good book, so you definitely should read it. It has amazing characters. The whole plot, like the historical part of it, it's a really fascinating one, and I should definitely read more about this because I really enjoyed it. I want to see the true part of this book someday. And while I'm reading The Dragon Republic, which is the sequel to that book, it's hooking me even more, and I know that I'm gonna get crushed in the end. So yeah. The 5th trope, it's the douchebag boyfriend. The leather wearing type of guy, the sunglasses, the talking shit to everyone, to the main character, but she cannot help it but fall in love with him. Yeah. We do not really like that. It's a bit annoying. For this trope, we should name a book that took us a while to get into, but we ended up enjoying. Just like the douche boyfriend, he starts out a bit of like the bad boy that I described, that we don't like at first, but then you discover he's a sweetie and he's a soft-hearted boy. Or it's a boy, but a person. for that one, it's a shame that I took a lot of time to get into that book, but I chose The Priory of the Orange Tree by Samantha Shannon. This bad boy, that big ass bad boy, it took me like more than half a year to finish reading it. I started it out in July 2019. I read like 100 pages or so. I stopped for 5 months and then I came back to it at the beginning of this year and I finished it and I loved it. I really, really did love it. It's just that the thickness of it is a bit discouraging, you can say so. This one, at first, I didn't really click. I'm not gonna lie, I didn't click with the characters and the story behind it and when it's going back and forth between the East and the West. But when I re-entered the world after 5 months, I just started reading chapter after chapter, and in the end, it was a really good book. Okay, and for the final, it's not really a trope, it's more like a question. Name your favorite or least favorite trope. I have 2 tropes. I have the found family trope and the enemies to lovers trope. The found family trope, I really like when they pick up different characters from different backgrounds and put them all together. And at first they start off on a rocky relationship, but then they're like, and I love it. And the enemies to lovers, so it's just amazing. I really enjoy it. It's really good. Who doesn't like someone like with the whole sexual tension, the yearning, you wanting to do something with the other person, but at the same time you like don't really like them? And friends to lovers, I also enjoy it because the friends, they know what the other person wants, and even if they like someone else, they know and they don't want to take that step because they want the other person to be happy too, because they are their friends and they want what's best for them. But I love it when in the end they like figure out that they like each other and it's not like unrequited, and it's really sweet. I love Fluffy. I love Fluffy and Angst. Not together, not necessarily together, but sometimes I really enjoy and I'm really invested in a fluffy romance, and sometimes the angst makes my heart hurt so much that I cannot not like it. Yeah, sometimes I like when romances break my heart before they get together, and sometimes I just love feeling so sweet and forget about the harsh world. So these are my picks for the books for the Nope Trope book tag, and I hope that you like my picks. And if you read any of those books, please make sure to tell me in the comments down below. And if you like this video, make sure to hit the like button, and if you want to see more content from me, make sure to hit the subscribe button and even hit the bell icon to get a notification whenever I post new videos. Until then, bye everyone.